And a variation. I will divide this topic into 5 different formulas. But out of these 5 formulas, no more something I would be demand the biara. Then so my HTML arc of 5 different ways and a bay about clear understanding. To me, Sembra and Moma, yes, the case of variation. I thought I'd be a baby question in this format. Say I'm funny say A varies as B. A varies as B. And also because A varies directly as B. Nini na ye at the crow. A varies as B, and I say A varies directly as B. And also another A is equal to B. Now so ye did the letter K to represent a constant. You be finding. Okay. You'll be finding this constant very soon when the questions are given to us. Now so the person will share will have say I thought A varies directly as B. No, I thought onka directly no. And once we say A varies as B. And also an opachere say those two letters are equal until A is equal to B. And as a letter is B or the B as C is equal to J. But what must say? But all the constant K in the show. And all the one award trash question informal. Very good. But in the later on, question memoir solve it for the constants. Okay. The next thing here. A varies inversely as C. Okay. So question is say inversely. So let us mean no the one. The first one will be equal to 1 over the second one. By A varies inversely as C. Remember A is equal to 1 over C. As I say, A varies directly as B, A is equal to B. But inversely, there 1 over C. Because my A varies inversely as B, can be 1 over B. T varies inversely as X. T is equal to 1 over X. In the case inversely biana, a better fraction, nasa the chrono aba as a denominator. But I say a so the constant eshaho. Into the constant K times 1 over C be K over C. So inversely is the constant over at the chrono edema question let the chrono edema. Nti yamfa say P varies inversely as Q. Today P is equal to K over Q. From this third formula to the fifth one, sana question na ebe busao. Question and use these 2 ways busao. Says of bibida. Name mo de sana ma mienu ebe carbon e the amount as a third formula say. Tianfan say A varies directly as B and inversely as C. And A varies directly as B A is equal to B. And also and inversely as C. That means divided by C. This is second one here why. But kai say you better formula ni K ayeden esheho. T A is equal to B divided by C. Na constant K abahon. Sana ade we patre. A varies directly as B and because directly a to be a onka or because A varies as B and inversely as C. To infer directly and bar still I say it is equal to no parent. A is equal to B inversely as C part to say divided by C. Say in a question be busao. And yes the next 2 formulas sa na obebusa question na asiafa. Then the next 2 I say A is constant and partly varies as b. Nti a is equal to a constant plus and partly varies as b. Partly varies, that means directly as b. But here ntimi ntro b ne kwa, I will say the constant k yɛ den ɛba ho. Nti this format no, constant na be two different ones. Nti we be indicate say be the first constant no, we be in k prime. Na second one why in k prime prime. And also be throw ase ha k1, na we throw ase ha k2. To differentiate the first constant from the second one. Nti ha say no say a f a constant. And ne fan so ye directly to b. But kai say one for directly number. Ti say the share was soro ha no. Nti a is equal to ne fan ye k. And is also equal to ne fan ye b. But kai say first formula no directly to b ni ye the constant account. And the last format here, a is partly a constant. A ne fan ye constant b. Okay. And ne fan so ye inversely as c. Don't say the second formula na saba no. But you say ne fan ye and ne fan ye. Nti a fan we benya no constant. Ne fan we so enya no constant. I say you be differentiate the two constants. Say be the one be we ase na the two ache we ase, and now the prime be two is not the prime at we so. If I just want to demonstrate go back and repeat this video from the beginning. I believe say ubenyanti ase no, but I say this three formulas penny e dey be dijuma. Brofo no be kan na be try formula kra be den ube choose. Yes, shas here. But the formulas no be the right side. No ma highlighted the ye be using no. So na be abo hu send a question be say busa. Your first question. I say x, y, and z are such that x varies directly as z and inversely as the cube root of y. You can see here. X, y, and z are such that. A whole na here. The maybe I was here the x varies directly as z. Directly as z near, okay, and inverse as y. For cube root way to change. Inversely as y is near. Second formula no. But see, can you mean bomua? That means you choose the third one. That means x is equal to z divided by y. Patch what must say. But all my entron is simple, so I say there be intuition how I say the cube root. So for cube root and sanction home. So if x is 8, y is 27, and z is 4 expression for x in terms of y and z. Into a say entro formula. Into your x is equal to z divided by y. X directly as z, that means x is equal to z, and inversely as y means divided by y. And now y means so say up at the cube root, you have cube root and you then enter y now. And here draw formula ni so the constants at home. So the constant will be multiplying this fraction into a multiply the numerator there was wrong. Opa betra to an infinity say I'm not changing say the matron wahano obientin. Now your draw formula ni no say x is 8, y is 27, and z is 4. This here the x, z ni y be issue madam say you be find the k. See basically show your constant, at the very beginning of the question. Now say x is 8. Z is 4 and a y is 27. K times 4 remember k 4k. Okay, that be the number in the kind ba. Cube root of 27 part saying when you 3 divided by 27 when you cube root. Cube part say number they are multiplying 3 times. Into cube root ipa say number ben ye multiply ne ho 3 times a yebenya 27. Okay? 3 3 9 9 3 27. That means that 3 times 3 times 3 nebema yen 27. The cube root of 27 jira 3. 4 times k so bema yen 4k. Okay? So see yebenya 8 over 1 is equal to 4k over 3. Fraction mean are equal to sign it that momentum. So we will cross multiply. 3 times 8, 24. 1 times 4k, 4k. Tebenya 24 is equal to 4k. Just here pk. So we divide both sides by 4. Here k is equal to saying 6. And they say no make me the ababa beshe formula nim say x is equal to 6z divided by cube root of y. If I to watch my video no far. I'm here. Now, yeah, I saw a question no F1 every. And y say x z e tenna. This is unim k dada. Tie the be 10 20 shame. So z is 12 and y is not given, and z is 10 and x is 12. Okay, yeah, sorry for that. 6 times 10 is 60. Okay, so 12 is equal to 60 divided by q. We and once and this and the denominator, but you move on maybe I here, but into any say 12 way whole number and I will see a fraction. That means this 12 is over 1. Equal to sign that fraction is in mean term. To 1 times 60 is 60. 12 times cube root of y. 12 cube root of y. We divide both sides by 12. So 12 remember this is 10 na cube root of y. No? 60 divided by 12 am I saying 5. So now yepe y and the cube root of y ni yepe. So see a term cube root way and then cross the equal sign. Say cube root cross equal sign na bekwa kodani cube raised to the power 3. Okay? We elect math for the bracket by 2. No, we're raising to the power 3. Not the bracket at 5 no, we're raising to the power 3. So we are power 3 we be cross cube root way in a free ho. Now na be dane y nko. Now 5 is equal to cube. Yeah, 5 raised to the power cube. Sorry for that. But anyone say cube root no across equal sign na be kwa kodane power cube. 5 times y. Sana question it here. Answer for you. Yes, I'm trying for. Now, question. The resistance R to the motion of a car is partly constant and partly varies as the square of the speed v. The answer kind question is R is partly constant and partly varies as v. Maybe I'm seeing question. R is partly constant and partly varies as the square. As the square of the speed. But as the speed. R is equal to first k plus v, but v no see a partly into second k times v. And after the question say the square of v into v no square no. Saka if you say the first constant and the second constant are not the same. Are you here with me? Very good. So when the car is moving at a speed of 30 kilometers per hour, the resistance is 630 newtons. And at 50 kilometers per hour, resistance is 950 newtons. Find an expression for R in terms of V. An expression in a electron or see formula. Now, or see the resistance of 80 kilometers per hour. We can't find the resistance of this speed. ɛwɔ abra yɛnnim constants no mmienu. That means sɛ ɛwɔ sɛ yɛde saa values wei ni bɛhyehyɛ mu na yɛsolve. Now taking the first value no, sɛ speed no yɛ 30 a resistance no yɛ 630. It says 30 first k, second k, 30 raised to the power 2. 30 raised to the power 2 bɛma yɛ 900. The 900 times the second k bɛma yɛ 900 second k equation. We can solve one equation with two unknowns. Yɛnim noma mmienu na ɛwɔ ha. Ti yɛntumi solve. Yɛbɛbɛ saa equation no bɛto hɔ. Ne akɔfa the second one. The speed no yɛ 50 a the resistance is 950. Ti yɛde ɛno nso aba abɛhyehyɛ mu. 50 squared bɛma yɛ 2500 or 2500. Nti ɛno nso yɛ simplify na yɛbɛnya another equation. So now yɛnya first equation and the second equation with the same constants a yɛnnim. So now we can solve them simultaneously, whether using the elimination method or the substitution method. I will give a link to that video so we name sa want this topic na here. I'll give a link to that video. Yeah, no so video. Me the link in the good description. To solve them simultaneously, ubenya first k is 550 and a second one is 0.2. Nti se mabenya constants ni mienu. To make me the question formula no. Nti r is equal to the first constant plus the second times the velocity or the speed squared. Nti afei do ka kyerem se speed ni ye 80 a metima hwehwɛ resistance. Tim the 80 bɛba bɛhwɛ fi ho. Nti r is equal to 450 plus 0.2 times 80 squared. And also so we solve here o square 80 no wie. Now the multiply 0.2. Now adding it to 450 a ubenya the resistance to be 1730 or 1730 newtons. Mr. for n so Mr. for so man. For the third and the fourth formula, I want questions that papa because it lead to simultaneous equation. To measure also question so partly questions in me no. I want questions that papa. You had the last one. Now, the cost C of producing a car is partly a constant and partly varies inversely as the number n produced per day. The opportunity says C is partly constant and partly varies inversely as n. Chebertron is saying equal to the first k plus the second k divided by n. Until say the cost of producing 4 cars in a day is $1,600 or $1,600. 5 cars as $1,420. So find the relation between C and N. Relation in here. Because a relation or expression or formula or pattern. Now, say find the number of cars produced per day to bring the cost 1,150. Not solve that until see in constant in mean. And to figures no the mile was wrong or say the best shim constants in mean. To the first one or say cost near 1,600. See you produce 4 cars. The first constant way over 1,600 we see over 1. When you find their LCM no, and as you multiply through all by 4. LCM never 4, so you multiply through by 4. They will be choose to be no. We multiply way by 4, way by 4, way by 4. Way 4 no, ebe cancel way mu. Way times we make 4k. We make 6,400. That's equation 1. Now be for second one and so. So cars near 5 cost near 1,420. K we see over 1,420 we see over 1. To 1, 1 and 5 no. LCM never 5. 1 we because have 5 and 5 and multiply to this. 1 we because have 5 and 5 multiply with this. 5 we because have 5 and 1 you multiply with this. And I say you just multiply through everything by 5. Nti benya 7,100 and 5k and k. To benya equation 2. And you can solve these things simultaneously. Equation 1 and equation 2. Questions in the meaning that they be able as a simultaneous question in a title. It is also a warm simultaneously. I will the first k to be 700 and the second one to be 3,600. Now, some the first k no be show, the second k no so be show or symmetry n say cost no 1,150. It is a cost in 1,150 is equal to 700 plus we are. Bet me the 700 abaha, no bet here 3,150. The answer menya will be equal to 3,600 over n. That number no is over 1. And at 3,600 is over n. So I cross multiply. So that number no will be multiplying n. And it will be equal to 3,600. So I per n, they are divide both number. So our number na multiply n is equal to 3,600. So our number be divided 3,600 menya 8. Okay. Menya 8. So say na obebusa questions no esiafa. Obusa questions ni bia na you have to know how to manipulate them to write the formulas. So 7,700 we cross equal sign ba na beti free 1,150 ma benya 450. 450 over 1 is equal to 3,600 over n. 450 times n is equal to 3,600. You divide both sides by 450, n will give us 8. I will leave a link to simultaneous equation or a video in the description. It will be to me check it and also out. But I believe that a boy to your West was a boy was so by subscribing to this channel and sharing the links of this video to your friends. I will reach more people to help them out for their final examination. Thank you very much for your time with us. Bye-bye for now.